artist Simon Beck goes to great lengths for his art. Some of his snow designs are as big as 3 football fields put together. This is one way the experienced mountain climber expresses his love of the mountains.
The snow art, you're actually adding something beautiful to the mountains. The mountains improve the artwork, and the artwork improves the mountains. So it's like a team between the mountains and the drawing.
10 years ago, the British engineer bought an apartment in a ski resort in the French Alps. After skiing, he would draw simple motifs in the snow on a frozen lake. That ignited a passion that now often keeps him up late into the night. But when morning comes, the wind has often blown away what he began.
You can see yesterday's design has almost disappeared. You can just see it around the edge where the snow is really deep. So it looks like it's a clean sheet to start a new one. I mean, that's the game. God makes the rules. Mankind will never be above the laws of nature. You've got to live with nature when you do something outdoors.
His first step is to determine the basic geometric structure of his snow drawings using a compass. He takes inspiration from mathematical patterns or the sand gardens in Japanese temples. He places great importance on accuracy when drawing the lines.
The first 2 hours is usually the measuring, using your compass. If you walk in the wrong place, you can't undo it. So the measuring has to be done with a great deal of care. Once you've got all the main lines drawn, then it becomes a lot easier. So at the start of that process, you put on your music, and you're then listening to your music all the time.
And for him, that means music by Ludwig van Beethoven. It helps him work for 10 hours at a stretch, at 3,000 meters, alone in a battle with wind and weather.
It is not pleasant, and you really have a long day. Usually you feel very tired. The main feeling when you're finished is just to get back safely. It is actually quite dangerous. When you stop, you're in great danger, and you have to be a bit careful sometimes not to push yourself too hard.
When he's finished, Beck treks up the mountain to photograph his art. In the town's internet cafe, he posts his newest work on Facebook. He now has 20,000 fans around the world.
So many people use Facebook, and really this is when the whole snow art business took off, when I started going on Facebook. This is the great thing about the internet. You haven't got to persuade some art gallery to exhibit your stuff. You can just show it to anyone who wants to look at it.
The enthusiastic comments by Facebook users keep fueling his ambition as an artist.
I want to become famous. I want to get enough money. I don't want to make money from my snow art, but I want to get enough money to pay for some really good equipment. I'd like one of those £10,000 medium format cameras, so I can produce really big prints of the cameras and do an exhibition. I'd like to go out here at night and have lights around the edge of it. Lights that can be switched on and switched off with remote control.
But for now, he still has to make do with Spartan equipment. That's why he wants to start working in a new place.
Norway would be a fantastic place to do it because of the low light. It's like sunlight conditions all the time. And you can get the sun almost horizontally shining across the snow, which will give you a really good picture.
Wherever Simon Beck leaves his tracks, white works of art are sure to follow.